The movie opens with a view of a sprawling futuristic cityscape illuminated by neon lights and dominated by towering skyscrapers that pierce the night sky. The scene exudes a sense of bustling activity and technological advancement, immersing us in a visually dense and high-tech environment. Transitioning to an interior scene, the focus shifts to a mysterious figure hunched over a control panel adorned with blinking lights and digital displays. The atmosphere is tense, heightened by the piercing sound of an alarm reverberating through the air. Undeterred, the figure's attention is drawn to a peculiar spherical object nearby, its surface aglow with pulsating energy. With a sense of urgency, the figure reaches out, grasping the spherical object, as if unlocking its hidden potential. The energy emanating from the object casts an eternal glow, adding to the enigmatic aura surrounding the scene. As the figure's actions unfold, the audience is drawn deeper into the intrigue and mystery of the unfolding narrative. With a determined focus, he raises the spherical object, his gaze intensifying as he channels a surge of electrical power from his eyes into it. The energy crackles and surges, illuminating the room with an otherworldly glow. Then the ball levitates and shoots off into the vast expanse of space, disappearing into the unknown. The scene shifts to Berlin in 1998, where the city sleeps under a blanket of darkness. Within a cozy apartment, young Thomas lies in his bed, cocooned in the embrace of sleep. His dreams carry him away to a mysterious forest, where the air is thick with an otherworldly stillness. As Thomas traverses the dense forest, a sense of foreboding hangs heavy in the air. The tranquility of the forest is shattered by the sudden descent of a fiery ball from the heavens, casting an ominous glow over the landscape. Back in the realm of waking life, Thomas's mother hovers over him, a beacon of comfort and reassurance in the darkness. With gentle hands, she nudges him from his slumber, calling his name repeatedly. Her voice was soothing amidst the chaos of his dreams. Thomas then awakens with a start, his mind still swirling with the remnants of his nocturnal adventures. In Russia, an asteroid made a sudden and unexpected descent from space. Upon impact, it landed in a body of water, and in Berlin, Germany, Thomas was working out while watching the news. In the news, an announcement is made regarding the event in the Shelly-Albanes region in Russia's Ural Mountains, and the news emerges that a 6-meter object had been discovered on the lakeshore in Russia. The Russian Academy of Scientists report that it to be a meteor weighing 10 tons, entering the Earth's atmosphere at hypersonic speeds. Thomas, now a grown-up, recounts his experiences with psychiatrists who couldn't diagnose any issue, leading to a 6-month stay. Financial constraints eventually led to his release, but the troubling dreams persisted, signaling something amiss. He has flashbacks of his childhood dreams, and he expresses a reoccurring feeling of being in 2 places simultaneously, admitting that it occasionally instills fear. In his apartment, Thomas sits in his couch, staring at his computer screen. With a curious expression, he clicks through a series of videos. After a while, Thomas's attention shifts and he navigates to his social media accounts, his fingers dancing across the keyboard as he scrolls through the latest updates from his friends and acquaintances. Thomas then finds himself intrigued and perplexed by the sudden influx of comments from a page called Deep Artilect. He delves into the binary-coded message, and he wanted to translate the messages using an online binary-to-text converter. He then discovers it contains information about the meteor incident, and this revelation leaves him questioning the origin and purpose of Deep Artilect. The meteor happened on that day, which is in 2013, but the comments were from 2011. He then started to contemplate how these people would know what would happen in the future. As he ponders the implications, Thomas stumbles upon other articles by Deep Artilect, realizing that they've been publishing similar content for some time. He considers the possibility of it being a glitch or even speculation about them reporting from the future, and attempting to make sense of the situation. Thomas feels a growing sense of curiosity and urgency to find answers to the mysteries surrounding Deep Artilect and their uncanny predictions. Thomas starts texting, asking who they are, and finds himself intrigued and somewhat startled by the responses from the owners of Deep Artilect page, claiming to be a friend from the future. As he engages in a conversation with this mysterious individual, he asks what year they are from and learns that they hail from the year 2390. Then shortly after they told him they would leave him a gift. Curiosity piqued, Thomas hesitantly inquired about the nature of the gift that they mentioned. In response, they provided him with coordinates and instructed him to follow them and to retrieve the gift. Thomas follows the coordinates and found himself standing in the forest from his dreams, and he couldn't shake the feeling of deja vu, and by this time it was different, as it felt quite real. Thomas reached his destination and gets inside, and he then cautiously explores the interior of the house, his flashlight casting long shadows on the walls as he moves through the dimly lit rooms. As he navigates through the space, he stumbles upon scattered pictures strewn across the floor, each one adding to the sense of intrigue and mystery surrounding the place. His attention is then drawn to a series of framed images depicting the human brain, hanging prominently on the wall. Nearby, he notices a set of electrodes resting on the table, accompanied by a cryptic note urging him to place them on his head. Intrigued yet hesitant, Thomas follows the instructions, placing the electrodes on his head as instructed. Suddenly, a surge of light emanates from the cables, enveloping him in a disorienting sensation. The room spins, and Thomas feels himself overcome by a wave of dizziness and unease, and he then starts to shake. As Thomas slowly awakens from his unconscious state, he finds himself enveloped in the sterile white confines of the hospital room. The soft hum of medical equipment fills the air. As he blinks away the remnants of sleep, his senses gradually returning to him. Nearby, a doctor stands vigil, their presence a comforting beacon of authority amidst the uncertainty. The doctor welcomes him by calling his name. In the year 2390 on Mars, Thomas confronts the Doctor, demanding answers about his identity and the unsettling truth he's been confronted with. The Doctor reassures Thomas, explaining that he's still in the same place that he was just 10 minutes ago, but now faces an extraordinary transformation. As Thomas continues to absorb the information being fed to him, shock reverberates through his being. Each revelation adds another layer of complexity to the situation, challenging his understanding of reality and his place within it. Thomas learns that he's been chosen for a radical procedure, and his consciousness has to be transformed into a new body belonging to a man named Albert Kane. Shocked and disbelieving, Thomas questions the morality and logic of such an act, but the doctor assures him that it's a decision that he made for himself just hours ago, spurred by a selfless act that saved another's life. His mind races as he grapples with implications of what he's learned, and the weight of what happened to him settles heavily upon him as he realizes the magnitude of the inconvenience ahead. The conversation takes a surreal turn as the Doctor reveals the existence of an alien technology discovered after a meteorite struck in Russia. This technology enables the transfer of life energy, allowing the resurrection of the dead. This is a revelation that shakes Thomas to his core, and realizing the implications of his barcode, Thomas struggles with the idea that his life and identity are predetermined, mere numbers in a larger simulation. Determined to resist this fate, he lashes out at the Doctor, refusing to accept his imminent transformation. In a desperate bid to escape, Thomas's actions in the simulation manifest in the real world, as he begins to strangle the Doctor. Chaos ensues as someone intervenes, injecting Thomas with a sedative, causing him to lose consciousness and bringing his tumultuous journey to a temporary halt. As Thomas lies unconscious, the figures in masks swiftly gather the equipment and the progress made in the procedure, placing them carefully into a security box. With practiced efficiency, they exit the room, leaving Thomas behind. In the simulation, an alarm blares as Thomas remains unconscious, and meanwhile the enigmatic figure from the opening scene reappears, standing over a man lying motionless. With deliberate precision, they begin the process of uploading something into the unconscious man, their actions shrouded in mystery and intrigue. The scene pulses with tension as the figure's intention remains unknown. In Berlin, Germany, with dimensions BR326, Thomas reflects on his unique experience of existing in two places simultaneously. Despite the challenges and losses he's faced, a part of him still remains resilient and determined. He acknowledges that while they may have damaged him, they haven't destroyed everything. With a newfound understanding of their ways and technology, Thomas vows to take action. The movie then concludes as Thomas is seen studying abroad, meticulously connecting dots and analyzing his notes. His expression is one of focused determination, hinting at his imminent confrontation with those who have crossed him. The scene then leaves the audience with a sense of anticipation, wondering what lies ahead for Thomas in his quest for justice.